Okay, so for the last module, we have your uh, lesson 14 using assemblies. Okay, so dito, the objective is, of course, for us to be able to perform mass properties calculations. Another thing is we could create an exploded view of an assembly. Exploded view po, yung mga nakikita nyo commonly sa mga manuals, diba? Mga aircraft manuals. And then, pwede rin tayo maglagay dito ng ng explode lines. We could also generate bill of materials for the assembly and copy a bill of materials to a drawing. Okay, so we have 5 objectives for this. So first, using assemblies. Okay, so this is a continuation of what you have discussed before in bottom-up assembly. Okay, and we will be using a model here, flashlight siya, and kailangan natin siyang ma-analyze, ma-edit, and ipakita in an exploded state. So first, analyze muna natin, the general process is analyze muna natin yung assembly. Okay, next is edit natin yung assembly, and then explode the assemblies, and then generate a copy of the bill of materials. Okay, so open lang tayo dito ng assembly. Open lang tayo ng assembly. Ang assemblies natin is ito ha, yung may arrow. Ito pala, sorry, yan, yung may arrow. Lesson 14. Yan. So, ayusin lang natin. Flashlight. Okay. Let's try this one. Yan. Basic down. Okay. So, we have the flashlight here, already assembled. Then we open. Then the next thing we do is, nakita nyo yung lumabas kanina na dialog box. That's the assembly open progress indicator. Ang ginagawa niyan is first, inaano niya yung components. Ino-open niya lahat. Katulad nito, it has 17. And then, ina-update niya assembly should there be any changes doon sa bawat parts indicated. And of course, update graphics nung ito, nakikita niya as is sa screen. Pwede rin nating for a while. Okay, so kanina pwede nating analyze yung performance nung pag-open niya, performance evaluation tools, evaluate, tsaka performance evaluation lang. Tapos may lalabas dito ng dialog boxes, yung open time, kung ano siya kabilis, and yeah, marami pa ibang details dito. So yan, you can check this out here. Okay, now next thing is, kapag mayroong conflicting files, yung mga conflicting files will be just the same file name. So, magko-conflict yun, and you'll have to resolve it in such a way na tama yung dapat makukuha yung reference file. Or better yet, just change it na lang. Palitan nyo na lang yung file name ng isang file, and then try opening this one again. Next, analyzing the assembly. So, meron tayong several steps for analysis. Pwedeng may mass properties, computation, interference detection, and clearance verification. Okay? That's what's commonly employed kapag nag-a-analyze ng assembly. Okay? For the mass properties, na ano naman na siya before. Okay. Okay. However, yung mass properties before is involving materials or models which has uniform material applied, diba? So, yun yung ginawa natin before. However, in reality kasi, each component na nandito, iba-iba yan ang material. So, we should compute for its properties as well. Mas properties as well para we have an accurate value na makukuha. Okay? However, first, kailangan muna natin lagyan ng materials. Yan. So, ito, I believe this one has materials already in it. So, punta tayo sa evaluate, then mass properties. Okay? Yung results, ito siya. May kita niyo yung mass niya is around 180 grams. It's center of mass, pati yung volume, and yung mga moment of inertia niya. Next, for interferences naman, let's just close this. Punta tayo sa pag-check ng interference. So, kapag nag-check tayo ng interference, meron kasing mga models na kapag inassemble mo, through an honest mistake siguro, nagkakaroon siya ng variations doon sa pag-assemble. So, nagkakaroon ng clearance issues. And usually, especially if iba-iba yung gumagawa ng file and ginagawa lang siya for example, by groups, per part, then i-compile siya. So, kailangan walang problema dun sa clearances nung model nyo, especially for moving parts. Kasi that will accelerate yung wear and tear ng item. Diba? So, we have a way to do that here, and we could revise it as necessary. So, yung interferences naman, visually may kita natin siya if it's really obvious, diba? And whatever na makuha nyong whatever na iset nyo na view or display dito sa taas, dito, kung shaded, realistic siya, it's up to you. Okay? So, sa interference options natin, meron tayong options group para i-refine yung detection criteria. First is treat coincidence as interference, which includes all coincident phases as interferences. And select interference can be flagged to be ignored by the calculations using the ignore button, and they can be shown later using show ignored interferences. Next, meron din tayong the components of a selected interference can be isolated using isolate when done. Okay? Clicking, treat sub-assemblies as components, ignores any interferences within the assembly itself, it uses it as a single component. Next is include multi-body part interferences. So, we could look at different solids for present in the model for interferences. Okay? Make interfering parts transparent. Pwede rin natin gawan ng create fasteners folder to hold all interferences that involve a fastener. Okay? Create matching cosmetic threads folder. Places components with matching cosmetic threads in a separate folder. So, ano lang naman ito, pretty self-explanatory kapag in-explore nyo. So, the last is ignore hidden hidden bodies or components. Allows you to choose components to be ignored by hiding them in advance. Next, introducing interference detection. Okay, so pwede natin gamit yung interference detection to check all components in the assembly. Okay? So, paano natin siya makita? Evaluate. Meron tayong interference detection dito. And pwede rin sa tools. Then, evaluate. Interference detection. So, interferences, kapag sinelect ko siya, okay, and kinalculate natin, you will see a result dito. May interferences tayo na naka-highlight na nakita nyo. Yan. May interferences tayo somewhere. So, paano natin siya makikita? Okay? Yun yung problema. Yan. Dalawang item may interference. So, how do we see them? Okay, aside from navigating the model. Okay. Please take note that the interference is marked, okay, in the graphics window, displayed in red. And then, yung ibang components natin interfering to it, ayan, nakita nyo it's transparent. Okay. Interfering components are transparent. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang nakaka-interfere dito sa sa part na ito is itong naka-transparent na part, itong holder niya. Yan. Okay? Yan yung nakaka-interfere dito, oh. So, lumagpas siya. So, pwede natin gawin, right-click an interference, pwede nating, yan. Pwede natin siya ignore. Okay, so, ito. Pwede natin siya ignore. Pwede rin tayo mag-ignore, kung okay lang naman siya, pwede tayo mag-ignore ng interferences na mas maliit yung clearance dito. Okay? And then, we could isolate at saka zoom yung interference or interfering components and sort the interference based on size. So first, isolate. Okay. Yung interferences between the components of the sub-assembly, yung base, we eliminate the interference which requires repairs to this component. So ang gagawin natin is right-click on the interference and isolate when done. Click OK. Yan. So, nag-isolate na yung iba. And kaya siya hindi naka-hide is because hindi pa natin siya naaayos. So, here's the part that's causing the interference. Itong chip na to nakalabas. Now, we double-click the face of the holder component. Yan. And then, papalitan natin. Instead of 5.250, gawin natin siyang 5 mm na lang. Okay? After doing that, we should rebuild. Yan. I-rebuild dito sa taas. And then, exit isolation. And then, i-check ulit natin yung interference detection. Ngayon, i-calculate natin siya. Wala na po tayong interferences here. Okay? Now, okay na natin siya since wala na tayong nakita. So, that is very useful, di ba? Next. Pwede tayo mag-open ng parts and sub-assemblies directly using open part. Nandito. Open part. Yan. However, meron din tayong option to open part in position, which generally orients yung part mo in accordance with the assembly's parang direction or orientation. Okay? So what we could do is right-click a component and click open part for a while. Right-click a component. Ayan. And click open part. So, nag-open siya. Now, you have two SolidWorks working. Same orientation po yan nung nasa drawing nyo. Okay? Let me just close this. I have opened the wrong file. So, right-click uli natin. First, the sub-assembly file name. Open. sub-assembly. Yan. So, na-open na natin yung sub-assembly. And then, now we should check for clearances naman. Yung clearances naman natin is how the objects fit, diba? So, we have to check yung clearances nila sa bawat isa to avoid what? Parang assembly issues later on. Okay? So, kanina, meron na tayo ng interference saka mas properties. Ngayon, we have the clearance verification naman. Andito siya sa tabi ng interference detection. So, we hide the battery cover. We hide this one. Then, clearance verification. Okay? And click both AA batteries. Yan. Tsaka ito. And set the minimum acceptable clearance to 0 millimeter. Then, click calculate and the clearance will appear, clearance results. So, makikita nyo, yung clearance natin ay 0.44 millimeters between the components. So, ang sinet natin initially is 0, diba? So, ayan. Meron tayong clearance na 0.44, so we could change that as well. Now we could show this battery cover ulit. Then control tab and click the flashlight assembly. Okay. So, yung control tab, ang ginagawa niya is pinapakita niya yung buong flashlight assembly. Kasi kanina, di ba, nag-show ng sub-assembly lang. Ngayon, para maibalik natin siya sa dati, we control tab lang. Makikita niya dun sa makikita na natin yung flashlight assembly. Okay? Next, static and dynamic interference. Okay? So, yung static method of interference naman kasi, the problem with that is limited siya. So, we cannot see, example, if there's moving parts, okay, and for a particular portion of it, halimbawa, yung mga sliding parts, okay, na sobrang fit nila sa isa't isa. So, ang nangyayari is, hindi natin nakikita unless gumalaw yung object, diba? Kung fully all the way ba siyang cleared sa tube or nagkamali ng manufacturing nung dulong portion ng tube kaya sumisikip siya or nagtitaper siya palaob. Okay? So, meron tayong collision detection na dynamic naman yung nature nung pag-analyze sa kanya. So, let's just show you. Okay? I-click natin yung ito. Gawin natin, click natin yung feature, yung face na to, and then click collision detection. Options. For a while, let me just locate. Saan dito? Aha. For a while. Move component. Okay, so after that, select down natin to, which is the head. Okay, then i-move down natin siya, this one. Then may lalabas na options dito, standard drag, collision detection, physical dynamics. So yung collision detection tayo, and then from there, select all components and stop at collision. And then we could just press OK with this after. Okay. So, in addition, mag-generate ito ng sounds and i-highlight niya yung faces na magko-collide siya. And then, we could basically check. Ayan. So, nang-move natin siya. And makikita niyo yung portions kung saan siya cleared or hindi. Ayan. So, pwede nating i-limit yung selection. Actually. So, if we try to limit the selection, pwede naman. We'll just do the same thing. Okay. Yung head ulit, then move, and then collision, these components, ilagay natin yung head at saka yung swivel. Head, tsaka yung swivel. Yan. And then, ang mangyari, stop at collision drag. So, yan. May naririnig nyo yung tunog. Okay? Kapag ginagalaw siya, ibig sabihin, tumatama siya. So, yan. Yan yung isang silbi nitong collision detection. Yan. So, basically, that's it. Next, we could turn off the collision detection and move on to the next item. Okay? Okay, so just a reminder for the performance consideration ng collision detection, dynamic collision detection. So, instead of selecting all of the components, pwede natin siyang i-limit to somehow some components that are directly involved or directly within the path nung object. And ano naman yan hindi naman siya hindi naman mahirap to limit it into a few components, especially kapag yung assemblies natin is something simple pa lang naman, as what we have illustrated kanina. But nonetheless, we have to make sure that we consider yung strain doon sa system na ginagamit. Alright, so yun lang naman. And then, pwede rin nating i-ano yung dynamic clearance so that we could see yung ating actual clearances as we drag the object. Okay, so next, so we'll just open this part right here, open in position. Yan. Once we open this one, we'd add fillets, okay, to all four edges. No, wait lang, let me verify. Fillets to all four edges as shown. Saang part yung may fillets? Fillets. 1 millimeter. And then this one. This one. Tsaka sa likod. Yan. So, all four edges, may fillets na. So, what we could do is Control Tab to go back to the assembly, and we have to rebuild. And then, gawin uli natin siya. Right-click yung head na assembly, move, and then collision detection, these components, head and yung swivel. Okay, head and swivel. Stop at collision. So, let's try kung mag-aano pa siya. Okay. Ayan. So far, nung nag-apply tayo ng fillets, hindi na siya tumutunog, right? And hindi na rin siya nag-conflict doon. Kasi kanina tumatama siya somewhere sa ano, diba? Ngayon, nung dinadrag natin, ayan, wala na. Meron na siyang clearance. Yung dynamic clearance kanina, as I was saying, ito. We could check the clearance between ayan, swivel and head. Ayan. Habang dinadrag natin siya. So, you can see the clearances. Diba? So, yan. Medyo ano lang talaga siya, malag ng konti. Okay. But it's a real-time nung clearances. Actual clearances. Okay. So, we could turn it off and move to some other parts of the lesson. Okay? So, ngayon, meron tayong values of dimensions. So, we could change the value of a dimension in an assembly works. Okay, in assembly, exactly as the same as changing it in a part. So, what we should do is double-click the feature lang, then double-click the dimension. And then, si SolidWorks na yung bahala. Okay? I-change na yan as necessary, and this is, as you have inputted yung value ng dimension. So, pupunta tayo ngayon dun sa holder. So, we look at the holder. Where's the holder? Holder. Yan. Then, we'll go to its... Sorry. Yan. Folder 1, and then okay, so for a while. Okay, so all we have to do is double click the part ng holder, and then papalitan lang natin itong dimensions. Gawin natin siyang 60 mm. Then okay. Then need ba siyang i-rebuild? Ayan, so try natin siya i-rebuild. Ayan, so humaba na siya. So naging 60 na siya. So, we could open the part as well. Okay, open part. Yan. And then, part level changes. So, ganun din, same procedure, pwede natin siyang baguhin dito. Okay? So, what happened here is dapat 53 pa rin yung length natin as reflected doon kanina bago tayo nag-edit, diba? However, any changes done or associated with the assembly level would reflect on the part level and vice versa. So, ganun po kasi nangyayari kapag nagbago tayo. So, nag-update siya. Okay? So, let's just try changing this back to 53 mm and then let's see kung magbabago siya on the assembly. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung assembly. Okay. So, ayan. So, let's double click. Tingnan natin. So, nagbago rin siya. Nag-update siya. So, once we rebuild, ayan, it's 53 na. Okay? And now we can move on with the exploded assemblies. So, yung exploded assemblies, this is somehow useful, especially when doing parts catalog, diba? Doon sa example, you'll be giving instructions sa assembly ng isang part. So, you have it numbered and you have the sequence for it. And in order to identify an object with multiple parts, necessary din siya na i-number siya, diba? So, we could identify which is which without interchanging the parts involved with the model. Okay. Anyway, exploded views can be created by exploding yung assembly component natin. Okay? Then we could toggle it. We could toggle each items here. And pwede natin siyang i-arrange as necessary. Okay? So, how do we set it up first? Okay? Once we created an exploded view, pwede pa natin siyang i-edit and also gamitin within a drawing. And, of course, pwede rin tayong magkaroon ng more than one exploded view per configuration. So, that's a good thing. Okay, before adding an exploded view, kailangan muna natin siyang i-set up. So, as a good practice, create a configuration for storing. Okay? An exploded view. So, gagawa muna po tayo ng configuration before we create an exploded view. And also add a mate that holds the assembly in a starting position. So, yun lang muna yung main requirement natin. Add a configuration and make sure that meron tayong i-add na mate to hold the assembly sa starting position niya. Okay? So, first, punta muna tayo sa configuration and mag-add tayo. So, lagay natin dito explode. Okay? Once that's done, click OK and make sure that it is the active configuration in place, and then for a while unsuppress mate for the explode configuration will want the head to remain stationary. Expand some mate folder, right click the engine mate and click on suppress to remain stationary. Okay, we'll expand the mates folder for a while, and then right click engine mate, angel or angle 1 mate, angle 1 mate, and click on suppress this one, unsuppress. So that's it. So first, sa exploded view, okay, ginagamit din natin siya to rotate or move components along an arm or ring. Okay. Meron tayong triad na tinatawag para siyang X, Y, and Z axis na merong parang angle wherein you can rotate freely doon. Okay? So, meron tayong tinatawag na step. Yung step is defined as the movement of an object in a specific direction and a specific distance. So, ini-store siya ni SolidWorks as a step. So, mamaya kasi, pwede natin siyang gawing or gawa ng video kung paano siya ina-assemble. Just what you see sa YouTube. Ganun. So, you can have it here. Radial step. Regular step explodes using translational and rotational movements, and radial step explodes using radial movements. So, those are the two kinds of steps na meron tayo. So, paano ba tayo gagawa ng exploded view? So, first, punta muna tayo sa assembly. Tapos, meron tayo ditong exploded view. Dapat. Okay? Exploded view. Ito. We have the exploded view here. Okay. So, pag sinelect natin yan, makita nyo yung exploded view property manager. Okay. So, dito, makikita nyo yung kung ilang steps yung parang gagawin or ginawa. And then, pwede tayo mag-add as necessary. And kung anong type ng step ba yung meron tayo. Do we have the radial? Or do we have the linear? Okay? The options group box also includes auto-space components. Option for automation and select sub-assembly parts. Option to explode the individual components of the sub-assembly. Both explode step and chain are used for the number of individual steps. Okay? So, one thing to remember, hindi po tayo dapat mag-click ng OK, this one, unless tapos na po lahat ng exploded view na ginawa natin. Okay? So, ayan. Yung general sequence naman ng pag-explode, dapat select mo na yung component, then move the component, and then complete the step. It's okay. So, yun na. Okay. So, click exploded view, regular step, clear the rotate about each component origin. Okay. Select the locking pin component. Okay, select natin yung locking pin. And then, nakita nyo yung yung parang triad dito. So, yeah. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina na may movement pa ng angular and rotational and translational motions. Drag explode. So, gagawin natin 30 millimeters away. Okay. So, drag lang natin siya 30 meters away. Okay. Lagyan natin dito 30 meters. Millimeters, sorry. 30 mm. Okay. Tapos, yan na yung explode step 1. Nakita nyo, nag-add siya. Tapos, meron tayo ditong rollback feature. So, we could edit it as necessary as well. Complete explode step, we have to right click and done with step. Okay. Next. Makikita niyo dun sa sa explode steps yung area na natapos na natin. So under step 1 yun sila locking pin. Nag-reflect naman na siya. And if we select it here, makikita nyo, lalabas dyan yung triad kanina. Okay, so pwede niya pa rin naman yun i-edit as necessary. Anyway, next. Exploded view, linear, yan, 30. May napindot ako. Okay. So, next, explode a similar component. Locking pin 2. Ito, kabila. I-flip lang natin yung direction. For a while. Ano natin siya rito. So, ito ay about 30 rin. So, let's do minus 30. mm. 30 mm. Sorry. Yan. About 30 mm pa rin. And that direction, then right click. Downward step. So, that's the second step. I'm sorry. So, dapat pala they're under one step. Okay. So, 30 yan. And then, okay. Hindi pa dapat natin siya i-done. Okay, anyway. Yung done, then this one. Sorry, yan. 30 rin. Done. Okay, anyway. Same lang din pala. And then, assembly explode. Meron tayong mga sub-assembly na pwede nating i-treat as a single component. And then, pwede rin natin siyang i-explode as is. Okay? So, meron tayong select assembly parts dito sa options. Pag naka-clear yan, yung sub-assembly explodes as one component. However, kapag naka-click siya, which means it's active, mag-explode siya individually. So, that's a problem. So, i-clear lang natin yung options. Under options, i-clear lang natin yung sub-assembly. Parts option. Okay. And then, explode natin itong holder. Right? It's the holder. This is the base 1. Tama? Let's just go to the 3. Then, select natin yung base 1. Then, ibaba natin siya. Right? It's right about 55 millimeters. Okay? Done. So, that's the third step. And now, we should explode other assembly components as well. Okay, so expand the options ulit and click the select sub-assembly parts, and then i-explode natin yung swivel cap, swivel cap 1, swivel cap 1, battery cover 1, yan, and then switch to clip 2, yan, switch to clip 2 tsaka pin 1, yan. So that's what we have to explode. Okay, isa-isahin pa siya. Up distance is 30 millimeters. Alright, so let's add that step. Alright, so alright, okay, so isa-isahin natin siya. Anyway, punta muna tayo dun sa round swivel. Round swivel cap is forward about what? 30 mm. Yan, tama. And then we could move yung battery cover. Where's the battery cover? Yan, we'll move it around 100 millimeters. So this should be 100 mm. Done. And then we should have the switch 2. Okay, yung switch 2 is around 30 millimeters. Alright, and then we should have as well yung ating clip 2. Okay, it's around here, it's around 25 millimeters, and then done. Then we have the pin 1 as well. Yung pin 1 natin is around 25 si pin 1. Okay, 25 millimeters si pin 1, and it should be on this side for a while. Ayusin lang natin. So, binalik ko lang. This base clip should be moved downwards. Clip 2. So to move downwards by 30 millimeters. Alright, so that's done. And then we have the pin. Okay, we have the pin. So si pin is 25 millimeters. Towards which direction? This direction. This is 25. Okay, so done. Now, we have it ready. So, kailang steps na tayo? 8 steps. Now, pwede naman tayo mag-explode ng multiple components. Okay? Pwede tayong mag-select ng components and hold the control key. Without holding the control key. So, as an example, pwede tayong mag-select ng dalawang battery. Kahit i-click nyo na lang siya. Then, i-drag natin ng 75 millimeters on this direction. Z direction. Yung battery. Okay. Now, after that, you could click done. And that's a battery. So, multiple components can also be dragged. And we have, just to make sure na yung autospace components natin is clear because we have specific distances indicated here in the manual. Okay, so yun lang po yung sinusundan natin as of now. Now we have to roll back to step 6. Let's roll back to step 6. Okay, so what we should do here is, the rollback feature can be used to edit, diba? Katulad nung ginawa natin kanina. Pwede tayo mag-edit ng features by suppressing yung features dito sa mga succeeding steps under the explode steps na meron tayo. Alright, so we could roll back and roll forward as we wish. So, yan. Mag-aano naman siya, magre-rebuild naman siya. If you wanted to reorder a step, pwede rin naman. It's just the same thing. Ida-drag mo lang din siya somewhere. Yeah. Mga ganun. Ida-drag mo lang din siya on a targeted step. Then, ayan. It will go there. Now, using rollback move through all of the steps and then to explode 4. Okay, so rollback lang natin siya daw papunta sa step 1. Then, i-roll forward natin siya ulit. And then, we'll reorder. I-reorder natin yung steps. So, yung step 9, ilalagay daw natin siya under step 4. Okay? Lagay daw natin siya below step 4. Okay? You'll see later sa animated view nito, if ever. Okay. Okay. So, kanina, di ba may nakita tayong manipulator, yung move manipulator na may triad and may rotation. So, napapansin nyo kanina, hindi siya nakatutok somewhere. We intended to go. So, in order to reorient that particular move manipulator, ilagay nyo lang siya dun sa planes. Okay? Ilagay nyo lang siya dun sa specific planes. Pwedeng sa figure, or pwedeng dun sa mismong axis planes na nandito. So that mag-reorient siya as necessary. So pwede naman. Pwede naman daw yan. I'll leave that to you to try. Pero, yeah. Next, expand the options group and clear the select sub-assembly parts. And then, select the swivel clip. Swivel clip 1. Okay, select the swivel clip 1 and drag the axis as shown. Papunta siya sa baba in the direction of the x-axis. And then, ang distance natin okay. We'll undo. So, ang point dito is to change yung ating change yung ating manipulator. Okay, so, i-drag lang natin siya. Yan, para magbago. Okay? Makikita nyo, nagbago yung axis niya. But, same thing, we'll just have to move it here. Okay? So, pareho lang. To drag it down. Next, we'll have to move it about 30 millimeters. Right? Normal to the selected face and then down. Okay? Now, after that's done, using auto space components, this option is used to spread a series of components along a single axial step, and the spacing distance set using a slider, it can be changed after creation. So, paano ba tayo mag auto space ng component? So, punta tayo sa lens cover. Okay, where's the lens cover? What's the name? Lens cover. Sa head. Head. Okay, so iba pa pala yung file niya rito. Alright. No, tama pala. We have the lens cover. Reflector, miniature bulb 1. Yan, at saka head 1. Yan. Then, what we should do next, due to their differences in angle, yung orientation ng triad should be changed. Tama? I-drag lang daw natin yung nitong manipulator on this edge. Yan. And then, sorry, ganun din naman. On this edge shown. And then, click auto space components. Alright? And then we drag the spacing slider near the middle as shown, and click use of bounding box. To order components sa auto space. Yan. So, i-drag lang natin siya. Then, we'll see ano ba dapat yung niya. It should not be there. Sorry. Could undo. Auto space dito. base components. Saan natin siya itadrag? Somewhere here. Yan. And then, drag natin siya dito. Yan. So, we have it ready. Yan. Okay. Component order. If the order of the component looks different, drag the arrow lang and associate with the component and para magpalit-palit sila ng posisyon. Okay, so pwede mo siyang i-drag as necessary para magpalit sila katulad ng ginawa kanina, di ba? So, ayan. Click OK to complete the exploded view. Okay. Ayan. Once na okay na natin siya, explode line sketch naman. Kailangan natin maglagay ng lines to show yung path ng exploded objects para alam natin kung saan sila fit. Though alam naman natin, ano naman siya, self-explanatory if you look at it, but kailangan din siya kasi sa mga manual. So meron din mga exploded line sketch doon, or explode line sketch. It's a 3D sketch that we could use to provide lines as necessary. Tapos meron tayong Smart Explode Lines tool, which can be used to convert which can be converted and used in conjunction with the manual route and jog lines. Kasi usually yung ginagawa natin, 'di ba? Pwede tayong gumawa ng lines, 3D sketch, and then manually natin siyang lalagyan. However, yung Smart Explode Lines, it generates a large amount of explode lines, including overlapping and occasionally unwanted lines. However, yung power ng tool as a tool, yung usefulness niya, it boils down doon sa manual selections. An alternative approach is pwede tayo mag-generate ng Smart Explode Lines, pwede tayo mag-delete and clear ng selections to remove any overlapping and unwanted lines and select only those components that require explode lines. Okay? So, pwede tayong pumunta dito sa assembly, pumunta tayo sa exploded view, and then meron tayong explode line sketch or insert or edit Smart Explode Lines. Okay? So, pwede rin yan. So, basically, pwede tayo mag-manual din na explode lines. It's just that we should select vertices, edges, and faces to create the explode lines. Okay? And of course, in line with this, important then that we select a geometry in the proper order to define an explode line. And select a geometry that is appropriate to start, end, or pass through the object. Okay? So, explode line sketch, yung explode line sketch, the difference is it enables you to semi-automatically create explode lines. To do this, kailangan natin mag-select ng model geometry such as faces, edges, and vertices, and it will generate route lines as necessary. Now, makikita rin natin yun dito, exploded view, explode line sketch sa taas ng Smart Explode Lines. Okay? Adding geometry. Adding a sketch geometry within the components to select for the explode lines can help place the lines. So, magdo-drawing pa tayo ng geometry doon for each components para lang ma-construct natin yung explode lines. Or pwede rin tayo mag-free sketch. That falls under yung 3D sketching techniques. So first, paano ba tayo mag-add ng Smart Explode line? So, select lang natin to. Then, may makikita kayo ditong explode lines for each component. Okay. Kita nyo yan. No, lalagay lang natin dyan is for a while bounding box center, ang kailangan lang dyan is locking pin, base ng flashlight, cover, pati battery. Okay. So, okay, follow na lang natin itong nandito sa manual. Tanggalin natin ito. Okay, sige, isa-isahin natin. So, flashlight, base 1 flashlight, battery cover, battery, pin, tsaka switch 2, swivel cap, at tsaka lens cover, flashlight, locking pins, dalawa. Where's the locking pins? Sorry, locking pin 1 and locking pin 2. Yan. So, that's it for the selection. Flashlight base. Okay. Pin base. Yan. So, select yung sub-assembly parts at saka yung bounding box center. And then, clear selections. So, ito lang po yung mga kailangan natin. Rather than trying battery cover, battery AA2. Sorry. Hindi kasama yung iba. Silver locking pin 2. Okay, so step 3, wala po yung locking pin 1. No, it's here. Kasama siya sa ano? Sa Shura. Alright, sige. Follow na lang natin yung nandun sa selection niya kanina. Baka kulang ito. Okay? So, after that, yung endpoints of the explode lines can be dragged to geometry-based locations to resize them. So, select second instance of battery AA. Base component. Yan. Tapos, i-drag natin sa, drag natin dito. To the edge yun. Yan. So, we could adjust. And then, click apply to all component instances to change both instances. And then, reference point changes to a selected point. Okay. Click OK. Yan. So, you could just click OK. And yan na po yung exploded lines natin. Right? We have finished yung Smart Explode lines. And makikita natin siya as a new explode sketch under exploded view 1 feature uh, for a while. Just close this. Okay. Next, we could do manual explode of lines. Okay. Or explode lines. Pwede tayong mag-explode line sketch. Okay. So what happens here is edit the 3D sketch and start sketching. So select the outer edge of the clip and the inside circular holder. For a while. Ito. Tsaka ito. So makikita kayo ng parang jogged line for that. Then along XYZ. And then the preview lines will appear. Okay? Please take note that yung selection order is especially critical when more than 2 selections are made as the lines follow the sequence. Okay, so in this particular instance, we're just lucky na dalawa lang yung instances. So yung pag-follow niya is pretty much uniform. But if you have multiple, more than 2, what happens is that it translates depende kung paano yung sequence ng pagpili mo. Okay, so after that's done, pwede tayo mag-adjust ng explode lines. Okay, pwede natin siyang i-reverse if you wish. Yan, alternate path. So pwede rin para magkaroon tayo ng other line options to edit. And last step is meron daw ditong arrows. Where is that? This one. Yan. Click the arrows to reverse yung direction where necessary. Okay, so kailangan natin that the arrow goes to ayan. Adjusted na shown. So dapat nandito siya sa kabila. Ayan. Tapos yung nasa taas. Ayan, okay na. Right? So after this, we click OK. Okay. Okay na natin siya. And then next thing is pwede tayo mag-edit ng explode sketch if you wish. Like I said, pwede tayong smart explode lines, but however, for the sake of illustration, nagawa na naman natin siya as necessary. Next, editing. Okay, click lang uli natin yung smart explode line, sorry, ito. Yan. This particular yan. And then click insert. For a while ha. Let me just check. Okay, so balik lang tayo dun. Edit lang ulit natin yung sketch. And then, ang pinapagawa dito is that ano lang natin siya. Pwede natin siya ma-edit. Created explode lines. Select the battery cover component. And drag the endpoint to the vertex position. So, pwede daw natin siyang i-drag sa vertex position na pinakita. This one, here. We can drag it. Set this one sa battery. Set explode. For a while, but ayaw na move. Okay, so for a while. Since this is an automatically generated explode lines, i-dissolve muna natin siya by dissolve entities. So what we do here is i-edit na natin siya. After that, we drag it dito sa vertex na to. So tsaka sa vertex na nandito. Okay, so manually edit it here. Yan. So that way na-edit na natin yung ano forward dito pala. Ayaw niya ma-select. Yan. Okay. After that, we click OK. So, okay na siya. Explode lines na tayo doon. We can edit the sketch ulit. Build lang natin. We can edit the sketch ulit. This one. And then, ano yung next natin gagawin? Select the automatically generated. Okay. Ito naman. This line. So, select natin. And then, dissolve entities. Right click, dissolve entities. Okay. Then now we could animate the object. Okay, so hanapin ko lang kung saan niya nilagay yung point. This one, dinrag niya somewhere inside. Yan. Dinrag niya here. Okay. Animating. So, after that, we're done. So, okay. Then we build Let's set one more. Alright. After that, meron tayong right click sa exploded view 1 and then animate collapse or animate explode. Okay. So, pwede natin i-animate yung collapse na yan. Depende dun sa pag-ano natin. Right? So, pwede nyo siyang i-play. And, yan. Ulitin lang. Pwede natin i-adjust din yung options. Pwede natin siyang pabilisin or pwede natin siyang gawing in a loop. Ayan. So, pwede. Then, we could save. This is the most important thing. We could speed it up and we could save it as well. Meron din tayong ibang options. Start, fast forward, stop, loop, fast play, rewind, end, save, reciprocate, play, pause, normal, and slow play. Then meron tayong progress bar sa baba. Nakikita niyo yung seconds. That is our progress bar. Okay. Now after this, we could save the assembly after collapsing the exploded view and close the assembly files. Okay, so what we could do is we could save. Yan. We could close all the files bukod sa flashlight assembly. Okay, so since we're done with that, pwede tayong magpalit ng pwede tayong insert na ng bill of materials. Okay, so meron tayong assembly dito sa taas for the flashlight. Then pindutin lang natin yung bill of materials. Okay, so what happens with this is we select the BOM standard template and then indented po yung BOM type, no numbering, and then click OK in the existing annotation view. Okay. Dialog, click those area. Okay, again. For a while, let me just check that. Existing annotation view, dialog box, notes area, and click OK. Yeah. So we have the part number here. The bill of materials here. Okay? Ngayon, i-click lang natin siya so that we could place it in the graphics area. So, mag-click lang tayo doon. Okay? So, the order of the items reflected po dito reflects that of the design tree. Yung order that we have in the design tree. So, please be reminded of that po. Next. Yung BOM features natin, okay, so meron tayong tables here. Under this, meron tayong bill of materials. Pwede natin siyang makita dyan. And dyan siya nakastore, basically. Pwede nating i-right-click ito, and we could show the table in a new window. So, pwede rin yan. Okay, so, ito siya. Ito siya i-close. So, ito. window cascade. Yan. Isa-isa siya. Open lang uli natin. Sorry. Flashlight assembly. Okay. So, other documents po na nakita nyo dun sa window can be saved and closed as well, manually. Now, we could move the columns. Pwede natin siyang i-move. Okay. Saan natin siya i-move? Okay. Pwede natin itong i-move on this particular side. See? Drag nyo lang siya. So, pwede natin siya maayos to keep it organized. And we could also drag this particular, sorry. Pwede natin ito i-drag. Yan. So that maayos natin siya. Yan. Not only the columns, it's also applicable sa rows, ha? If we wish, pwede din natin ayusin yung mga sa rows. Yan. Pwede natin siyang ayusin. Right? Hide table. We could close the table window. Or we could hide the table. Right click hide. And then, assembly drawings na lang. So, that's the last part of this. So, next, assembly drawings. Okay? Dun sa assembly drawings naman, pwede tayong gumawa ng exploded view. Okay? From this particular assembly. Now, kanina, ang ginawa ko ng bill of materials is yung default, tapos gumawa lang ako ngayon ng panibago sa explode kasi yun yung nandito sa activity. But then, pwede tayong gumawa ng assembly drawings. Okay? Na naka-explode siya. So, to do that, first is we need to create a drawing from a part assembly. Okay? So, from there, let's click yung A size and C mm. A size and C for a while. Maximize the assembly window for a while. Format sheet. Okay. Just close this drawing muna. Okay. So, new. Make drawing part assembly. What part of this is yung Ang CMM na template. I believe this one is a predefined template eh. Anyway. Naka-landscape. Set A. Ito na lang. Press OK. Ayan. So, we have this one. Makikita nyo, naka-ano na siya. Naka-lagay na yung mga details niya. And the file name, of course. Now, what we can do here is we create a model view. Okay. So, paano ba natin siya gagawin? Ida-drag natin yung isometric na exploded. From the view palette, this is our view palette on the right side. Ida-drag natin siya dun sa paper. And then, we set the scale na 1:2. Yan, taas lang natin siya konti. We set the scale na 1:2 siya. Yan. And display hidden style, style hidden lines. Remove. This one. Ayan. So, hidden lines removed. So, after that, what we could do is press OK. Then, bill of materials naman. Okay? We have to click bill of materials. Nandito lang yung palette nyo, by the way. Where's the bill of materials? Okay, to insert yung bill of materials, right click lang, tables, then bill of materials, then copy existing table, bill of materials, then length, press OK. So this is the existing bill of materials niya. We could resize this one. Limit siya ng konti. I believe you have the wrong paper size kasi predefined yata yung ano kanina. Anyway, this is for the sake of discussion lang din naman. So let's just put it here somewhere. Para okay. Now, this time, pwede tayong palit ng font size nito. Okay, so pwede natin siyang gawing 0.5 mm by 1 mm. Okay, so lumiit siya somehow. So, limit na siya considerably. Pero, malaki pa rin. Anyway, can we adjust the tables this way? Yan. Pwede natin adjust yung tables para mag-fit. Yan. So, we have the bill of materials already. After resizing the fonts, now we could try adding balloons. So, meron tayong mga balloons which is used to number itong mga ito. So, punta tayo sa annotation. We have balloon options and auto balloon options. Okay? You can add balloons manually. But we'll do the auto balloon this time. Okay? Next, balloon settings. We'll check the balloon layout. Message style, item numbers, balloon to the right. This one. Okay. And then, ignore multiple instances, insert magnetic edges. Alright. And then we click OK. So, we can add here for a while the balloon. This one and auto balloon. Yan. Select nyo muna yung sketch, then to the right lahat. Then you could change this as necessary. Depende sa inyo. Yan. So, I have it here. Medyo malabo, pero let's see. Click OK. So, try na siya. We could return to the assembly na. So, we could save this if you wish. And then auto balloons, and then save. Then we can close this one and return to the assembly. Okay, after that, let's rebuild. Okay, punta tayo dun sa configuration manager, and then tingnan natin exploded view 1, and then edit feature tayo. Okay, i-edit natin yung step. Okay, i-roll back natin sa step 4 to edit. Okay, ni-roll back lang natin siya. Let's give it some time. Roll back lang natin siya. Anyway, change the vector. Okay, right click in the explode direction field, click clear selections, shown. What's wrong? Let's try opening the file ulit. Okay. So what we do is we edit feature. Okay, edit feature. I-roll back lang natin hanggang step 4. Alright. And then change vector. Battery 1 cover. Battery 1 cover. Extrude 1. This one. Ang gagawin, okay, so not this one. Ito. This one should be battery cover. So, ibabalik natin siya. To selections, and then okay. Then balik natin siya ng 0. Then edit step. Step 1 battery cover to this battery cover. Balik lang natin siya. just fix this one. Okay, anyway, sorry, hindi ko kasi siya mabago. There's something I've missed. Pero, what will we do kasi dapat, objectively, is lalagay natin ito on the side. Okay, we will undo the, we will edit yung explode feature. However, upon rolling back the action and doing the recommended steps, hindi ko siya ma-follow. There's something wrong. I don't think we're referencing sa same file, the configuration, or there's something else. But anyway, for this portion, drawing lang naman siya. Ang gagawin lang naman natin is move natin itong case para doon sa drawing kanina, mas maano pa natin siya, mas para mas maano pa natin siya, ma-optimize yung paper size or magamit yung paper sizes. That way, may ano siya. For a while, let's open a drawing. Yan. Basically, ano lang naman ito. Yan. I-move lang natin ito. Ilalabas lang natin yung battery. And then, ano lang natin siya dun sa side. Para ma-optimize yung positioning ng auto balloons. Tsaka mailagay siya somewhere here. So, yun lang naman yung objectives nun. So, try it na lang later on sa ENAC kung mag-work. So, ulitin ko pa kasi siya lahat if ever. So, that's all for the lesson 14 for the assemblies. So, yun lang naman. Balikan nyo lang po ito as necessary, and please use the manual as well habang pina-follow nyo itong lessons. We have an available manual naman sa school, and I don't think yung electronic copy is readily available for you. So, please check that na lang po. Thank you.